Hey guys, welcome back to Easel Does It Studio. So guess what we're doing today? We are making this beautiful angel. So I have got 8 ounces of resin mixing up now. It's not the deep pour, it's the regular. Because I'm gonna pour this in sections. I'm going to put these lights in. These are blue lights. And I'm gonna mix this glitter. I just figured this is like kind of angel colors. It's whites, blues, pinks, but they're very pastel. Yeah, I've never used them. Not this bottle anyhow. So we're gonna put that in our resin and we're gonna mix it up. So while my resin is mixing over here, I am going to work on getting the light placement where I want it, because I do want the lights to go all the way, into her head. And we'll just keep, like adjusting it as we go. When I get to the bottom, I'm probably going to use one of my plugs for like the very last layer. So let's just get these kind of untangled to a point. Okay. So we have the head and the wings. So I am going to put it so one of the things going in is going to go like into the head. And then I have this piece that I'm going to try and get into one of the wings, and then the other one, hang on, I might have to change that because I want lights in both. So, and we have plenty of light, so let's take this, and that way we have a little bit kind of going in where the wing is. Okay. So I'm just gonna twist this kind of around like that, just so it's, kind of hanging onto itself, but there's a light here and a light here. And let me see if, all right, so I can get that in. So I'm gonna take this part here and we're gonna try, now I'm holding the other one down, the wing, so that, and that one's bending. I want that to go straight into the head if possible. Now I don't know if this is gonna work, guys. This is just, I've seen a few other people that have this, and I'm like, well, I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be a little different. All right, so now I'm going to try to squeeze both of them, and we're going to get, all right, so I know those two like that will work. And I might even twist that a little bit more. So now I'm gonna try to take this, so I have a light here, and I just kind of want it so that it has the two, so that's how it's going to go in to the angel. This is going in her head, and this is going into her wings, and then the rest is going to, like, we'll twirl it in the body. So now, to get these in there is the other hard part here. And I'm hoping by, you know, getting them in with a little bit of resin that it's gonna prevent that floating. And where is my long piece for the head? Right here. All right, okay, so we've got the light in the head, I think. Now let's try to get this in the wing. Okay, so we have both wings and in the head. So we're just going to leave this like this. All right, so I'm just gonna slide her back, and I'm just gonna clean my paddles. So I'm just taking this and I'm scraping the resin off. I am so glad that I pulled these out. These work great for doing this. I mean, you literally don't waste much at all. You can see how much that scoops right off there. And then I just keep turning it. Just like that. Let me grab some gloves, because my hands are breaking out already, which really sucks because I really enjoy doing resin, and I'm hoping that I'm not going to have to stop because of an allergy. And I'm just going to use this paper towel to wipe off whatever little bit is still on there. And like I said, there's not that much left because we scraped it off with that paddle. So I'm just gonna spray them down and then take the clean paper towel and wipe it. Yeah, and then that's all ready for my next project. So this is the cup that I mixed my resin in because I knew that this doesn't measure accurately. So I'm going to just pour this back into this cup. And I should have probably used a bigger container. Actually, let me, I'm gonna just move it over to 2 plastic paper cups. I know, make up my mind, right, people? All right, so let's get some resin, some of this glitter in. I am going to use a little bit of glue, but I don't want it so packed that you're not going to see through it, but yet I want it to have that shimmer of, you know, like she's sparkling. But look at how pretty that's going to be. And I think the light is going to shine through that. So I'm going to mix this up, and then I'm going to put it in my resin debubbler and get as many of the bubbles out as we can. So I'm just going to, and then I'll kind of look at them to see if they look the same sparkly, or if I gotta, yeah, I guess. I think this one has a little bit more. Okay, so that looks good. Let me grab my clear Elmer's glue. And I think I'm only going to put maybe 2 drops in each. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so it's thick, but it's not like overly thick. I'm hoping that it's enough that it prevents everything from sinking. You know what, I'll put 2 drops more. Because I don't want it to all end up in our head, because that's gonna defeat the purpose of adding the light. Okay, and let's get this one mixed. Okay, so I'm gonna get this in the debubbler, and it's probably going to take, I would say, like maybe 8 minutes. So, so I'm just going to move it to the 8-minute mark, and we'll go with that. So I do want to test these lights to make sure that they work. Oh yeah, that's going to be pretty. See the blue? Okay. So I'm going to leave this here, because what I'm going to do is, and this is the Bond Craftor resin, guys, and the only reason I'm using this one is because it sets up much quicker than my other resin. So within like 4 hours, it's going to be tacky enough that I'll be able to come back and do another layer. So I was thinking about using the deep pour, but I don't really want to have to wait 3 days for each step. So we're going to do this, and I'm going to see how it comes out. We can always do another one. So I will scrape out what I can out of here. I'm just going to kind of leave it at an angle and let it kind of drain. So I will be back as soon as my resin is debubbled, and then we will start getting this poured in. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so as you can see, I had to release the air several different times because it came right up to the top, which I knew it was going to do, just because of, you know, the glitter and everything else in there. So let me pull this forward, and I'm going to, because that is thick, I just wanted to give it a little bit of a swirl, and we are going to, I'm going to spray this with alcohol because I really want to get it in them wings. So I'm hoping I'm not going to regret putting the glue. So I'm just going to kind of squeeze it. I mean, it should go in there fine because it is still resin in it. And I want to make sure I get her head too. I'm going to turn it around this way so that I can see her face. So I wasn't sure how much to mix up for the first pour because this takes 23.2 ounces. So I know the bottom half is, you know, the thicker portion. So I know that the head and everything is, you know, going to be fine. I just, I want to make sure I get the lights so that they're in there. This wire seems like it moved. There we go. Come on, get in there. Okay. All right, that looks good. Now, I'm thinking I probably should have just went with the 4. Because now I don't know. I mean, I've poured this fairly deep before, but all right, I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'm probably pushing my envelope here. So I'll probably, I'll go just to where the drape, her, whatever you want to call it. All right, I'm not going to push my luck anymore. That's like 6 ounces. And I'm hoping, because we ran it through the debubbler, that we will get no bubbles in here. I'm just really working on like the tips of the wings, because I definitely want to make sure that we have resin in the wings, because that would just be heartbreaking if we did not. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this like that. I am going to wipe the drips, because I don't know if they're gonna show up as a bubble or not. So okay, I want her to be as perfect as possible. Okay, so as soon as she is, you know, hard enough that I can pour the next layer, I probably will use deep pour for the next one because we can go 4 inches with the deep pour. And where's my tape? I know I have a tape. I know I do somewhere. Hang on. Oh, right here. So, yeah. So that's less than 3 inches. So we poured, this is 4 inches that we poured. So, and I'm just going to leave that cord right there because it's perfect right in the middle, because then I'm going to twist the light to get the rest of it in here, and then we'll put our plug on the top for the mechanism. So in the meantime, I've got like 3 ounces, and I don't know how much my little hippo here takes, but let's, I mean, I'm going to be making the same color, so we can, I'll pour what I can in here. And this was also a gift from one of my lovely subscribers. And this is an into resin mold, so I'm not going to spray this one with alcohol because I want it to stay shiny for a very, very long time. All right. So let's go ahead and get this poured. Oh, we might have enough to fill him. Oh, well, look at that. Look at that. And I am going to take this and just kind of go underneath. It's like every time I don't do this, I get them pesky micro bubbles. Oop. Okay. I will find something to put this in. Maybe we'll just make another flower. Oh, I know what we'll do. Let's make a turtle. And this mold is definitely been used. So we will definitely probably have to top this one off, but oh, we maybe won't because I still have some clear resin in my container over there. All right, so that just about filled it. All right. I will be back when we are ready for the next layer, guys. Okay, guys, so it has been 4 hours, and this is hard. I mean, the wings are still, you know, a little pliable, but so that's one of the reasons that I used this resin. So now I want to let's see, what can I wrap it around? All right, let's see if we can, and this might be a complete flop, guys. I ain't gonna lie, I'm using the deep pour, and I forgot that it was 2 to 1, so when I poured the bee, I went too high, and then, you know me with math, I had to try and figure out where I needed to be to add more A. So, yeah, I don't know. So we ended up, we got 24 ounces of resin, and I only needed like 18. So, yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm just gonna continue and see where we end up. All right. Let me grab my little rubber cleaning. All right, and that should be the last time on that. I just had them. Grab another one. So I'm gonna spray this down. And we're gonna wipe it down. Because it does have some glitter on it, which isn't a big deal. I do have some little plastic containers that I'm going to be putting these in now. And then I will hand mix this some more just to be on the safe side. And we've still got to put our glitter and all that. So, yeah. I just hope I got my ratios right. Because I had 10. And I was going to go to 20, and I was at like, I think 14. I don't know. Why does math got to be so hard? Why? Why does it have to be so hard? All right, so we're just gonna, I know that's gonna take a ton, so I guess I need to get like some really big spoons. So we're gonna get this mixed in. Now this is way thinner than the first batch, but and I will put some glue in here as well, just because I'd like the layers to match. And I don't want to overdo it because I still want to be able to see the lights through it, if it works. And then I got to find something else to use this resin. Oh, not what I wanted to do tonight is screw up. I'm sure I'm probably not the only one that's done something like this, but all right. I think we need just a little bit more, because that one looks a little bit thicker. All right, we're gonna call that good regardless. And then I was like, do I just say screw it and start over? But I didn't want to waste it, so I don't know. I guess we will find out. And this is the Bond Craftor deep pour, because this cures in 24 hours instead of 3 days. So hopefully by tomorrow night, this will be ready to demold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 just for good luck, because I'm gonna need it. Okay, so that is definitely goopy. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe I just did that. I really can't. Oh, all right. And then I'm going to have to find something to maybe set on the top. All right, so let's give this a spray. Keep our fingers and toes and everything crossed. And I should have actually poured this a little early. We're maybe going to get a line, and I didn't want a line. Okay. So I've got 7 ounces left. So how do I want to do this? That one thing is gonna screw me. Okay. You know, if everything else works and I screwed it up because of my ratios, I'm going to be really upset with myself. Because look at that. They're staying in. The plug is floating beautifully. There is room for more. I'm not even going to attempt to add any more to it, because everything is staying right where I want it. And if I have to glue the wire onto the bottom of the base to get it in here, then I'm okay with that. But there's got to be that little bit of room to be able to do that. So now I've got 7 ounces of deep pour resin. Looks like this. Oh, I guess it, oh, there is something stuck in there. Like some silicone or something. It's like a piece of silicone that's turned brown in, okay, I think I got it. So I could pour a pug, another pug, and I got something right there. Got that. Or I have enough to do an axolotl. So why don't we do a matching, I mean, since we got the critters going on here, we might as well let me just wipe this out a bit. Because I might be able to not have any bubbles in his little antlers because of the deep pour. All right, so just wipe this out a little bit. Let's give him a little spray. See, these are already hard too, but they're not ready to come out, but okay, so we'll stop there. And I have less room to work because I have a project right on that side. That's gonna go out before this one, so yeah. All right, so all right, what I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna take one of these micro brushes and see if I go down in those antenna thingies. Can you guys see me all right? I know I've had one woman, she's like, I can't watch you. I've tried watching and all your videos, you're out of frame. I'm like, no, not all of them. Some, yes, I will admit, some I am. But I don't do it on purpose, guys. I really don't. I try really hard to stay in frame for you guys. Now I can't tell if it's a bubble or it's a glitter, but I think I got all of them. So let's fill this baby up and see. And we're still gonna need something else. You know, and I'm probably doing this, and then it's gonna take me an act of Congress to clean these molds out if my ratio is not right. I'm like, you know, when you're trying to guesstimate something, I'm like, you know, maybe it will be as forgiving as the Eco Pores. I'm just saying, hopefully. And I want to get underneath his chin because all the micro bubbles hide there. Okay, we're going to finish adding some. And you know what I didn't do is squeeze his tail. Oh. I mean, there's not really much in the tail, but I just want to make sure that it gets all the way down there. Oof. Stay under, stay under, stay. So I'm trying to work in like this little tiny space because I'm trying to get ahead on some of my videos because I want to do some deep cleaning, and if I'm ahead on a couple days, then I know I can like breathe a little bit, and I know that you guys will have content, and then at night I can just come down and do a small project. All right, so what do we got left here? Holy gods, we got 2 ounces. We've got 2 ounces. What in God's creation am I gonna pour 2 ounces in? Well, I guess we're gonna pull out, let's see, we've got a bear, we've got a unicorn, let's try the elephant. We haven't done an elephant in a while, and I love elephants. So we will pour Mr. Elephant. And I might not have enough to fill him. I'm hoping I do. And course not. Oh well. I am not mixing any more. Because I don't even know if these are gonna work. So I don't wanna, I mean, this is easy enough if it does cure, then it's easy enough to just mix up, you know, a little bit extra and finish filling it. So that is what I will do as long as these cure. All right, guys. I am gonna call this a night and hope and pray with all of my being that this cures. Please, please, resin gods, let it cure. Alrighty, guys, I will be back when it is time to unmold or cry. Alrighty, guys, I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Okay, guys, so we're ready to demold, but let me just show you. I demolded these earlier. These are little angels. And they came out super, super cute. So we will be using these on something down the road, I'm sure. So I unmolded the axolotl. I added some eyes. I gave him a mouth and some nose. He did have, the only bubbles are right in here, like you can see. On the bottom, they're little micro bubbles. You don't really even see them, or I mean, you don't feel them. And underneath here, but we got all the antlers, they're bubble free. So look how cute he is. Mwah. So even though he's got some bubbles, he is still cute. I sanded the bottom so he's all nice and smooth. And I put a little bow on him. I put some eyes, and I just drew a face on him. I didn't do a whole lot because she was so cute just the way she was. And then our little hippo, I put some rhinestones in her ears. I gave her some studs for eyes, painted her nose and her mouth, and I gave her some little toenails. But isn't she stunning? And this one had a few micro bubbles like right in here, but that was it. And then our little turtle, I put a little clamshell charm and a little tassel, and I did a flat back bail, and she is adorable. Look at the sparkle. So those were our extras. But this is the main event. This was ready this morning. All but the very outside edge was still a little gooky, I guess would be the word I would use. Just kind of, but it's ready now. So this is only 24 hours that we're demolding this angel, but I can already tell the difference from here to there on the glitter. So if I do her again, I'm definitely going to do her a different way, because yeah, I don't like that dividing line. But let's see if we can get her out. All right, let's... And my fingers are so sore, guys. I was up most of the night with my fingers just itching like there was no tomorrow. It's brutal. So I'm really, really hoping that I don't have to stop doing resin. Oh, yes. Okay. So would I use deep pour again? No. But look at how beautiful she is. So I definitely have a little trimming to do on the bottom. I like the top half way better than the bottom half. But, you know, it is what it is. There's one bubble here. But, and maybe one here. But other than that, guys, there's like literally no bubbles. She is adorable. So let's get this out. And all right, so we want to put this with the screws facing up, because, you know, that's how we're going to be able to change the batteries. But we can turn her on and turn her off. So, and that was one of the reasons I didn't mind leaving a little excess underneath, because we could tape, well, not tape, but glue this cord down. So when she stands up, it's like that, and nothing shows. So let me grab my E6000 and my Let's Resin UV Bond and my little light. So let's go ahead and how do I want to do this? So if I put a little bit of UV resin like here and cure it, let me go ahead and put the E6000 underneath where the battery pack's gonna go. All right, so we want to put that down like that, but we have the room for our finger to be able to turn it on and off, and that's my biggest thing with you know, getting the new plugs made, is I wanted to make sure that we had enough space for our finger, because that's what I didn't account for the first time. So let's, and guys, I am trying to not touch the resin. My hands are so broke out again. I don't even know. And I'm going to be heartbroken if I have to stop doing resin. I really am. All right, so we're going to do one spot there. And we're going to do one spot there. And we are going to cure that. So when I'm making the new plugs, which I think they're ready to come out, I just haven't checked them yet. They're going to be a little bit wider and they're going to be a little bit longer. So it will leave you room to be able to put the cord beside the plug, you know, in the same space, as well as all right, a little bit more, just because I put it thick. All right, so let's see how. See if I do it like that. Okay, that will work, because then it's still going to be flush to the bottom. All right, so let's just kind of put some there. Let's cure that. And yeah, I don't have my gloves on, but I also am not touching the resin. And then I could just put the big light, you know, put it under the big light. But I just want to get that cured so that it's staying down. All right. And let's see, we'll do one there, one there. I got a bubble right there. And then we'll put one here. And then we will be good. And then obviously, I'm going to have to like bring it upstairs in a dark room for you to really see the effect of the lights. But, yeah. And let's, all right, we're going to just do a little bit there, and we're going to cure that. And then that should hold it down. Whoa. Ugh. So I think she is going to be beautiful once we like accentuate her a little bit. All right, so that is hard. So we have this completely enclosed, so our angel sits flat. And this is what she looks like all lit up. She is beautiful. So before we get too far, let me, let's see, do I want the flat or that's the thick? And that's the fine. So let's see. So I definitely want her ribbon to be in the silver. Maybe her wings in the gold. Let's just, I don't know. Let's see. That's the fine. That's the flat tip. So let's, and I'm trying to be able to see where I'm going here. Because I just wanted to have a little something that stands out, you know, amongst her normal design. Okay, so let's just... And we do have a few tiny bubbles, but I think that's just because of the glitter. Honestly, I think that's, you know. So yeah, I am definitely going to be making this angel again. Yeah, that's definitely pretty. And I don't know what this is, but it's part of her, like her ribbon type of thing. And these chrome markers are spectacular. If you don't have these, yeah, you really need to get them. Because they are like chrome. They are beautiful. And they go on really good. I mean, if you've got bubbles, then obviously, you know, it's not going to get into those little areas, but it's definitely going to give you that shine. All right, so let me just bring this down. And all right, let me turn her around. All right. All right, so let me get a little micro brush, clean this up a smidge. And let's see. Ow, my fingers are on fire. All right, so there is that. Let me, that's fine. This is the flat tip in the gold. So let me just kind of outline her wings. All right, let's just gonna outline some of this in the gold. Just giving her a little bit more of a sparkle. And let's see. All right. So I'm just kind of running over just a little bit of outline in the wings, just to give her a little bit of a sparkle. All right. And there we have her, guys. I think she is gorgeous. I am going to trim this once this fully hardens, but I'm going to wait for right now. But you can see the difference between this was the regular epoxy and this was the deep pour. Definitely I would do the regular epoxy the next time. So yeah, so what do you think, guys? And I will be having some more of these made. Yeah, I figured out what I was doing wrong. I had my squishy silicone instead of the regular silicone. So, yeah, 2 days in a row that I made them and couldn't figure out why they weren't curing. But, yep, that is exactly what happened. So I'm almost thinking I'm going to make a base to put her on, because I think she would be really pretty on a base. But I will get some pictures of her in the dark lit up so that hopefully you can see the beauty in her. And I'm going to go back over her areas with the chrome marker. So we will define that a little bit. And these, again, are our extras. So, yeah. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. This turtle is just, I mean, they all came out really good. I'm really, really happy. So, I will see you guys all on the next one. Bye, guys.